So it is 1 in the morning right now. It is a Saturday night, and I'm on winter break right now, and I'm just kind of having an existential crisis. It's late, y'all. I think that's what it is, but it's just one of those thoughts. I have this every winter break, but it's just where I sit down. New Year's coming up. I'm thinking about everything that I can do to better myself next year. And then I scroll on TikTok and all I see is rich, beautiful people. And I'm just like, maybe I can be like that one day. So I started thinking, I was scrolling on Pinterest too, and then I saw that one TikTok of that girl who got $24,000 on her Christmas haul, and I was like, yeah, that's gonna be me one day. I don't know how or when, but that is gonna be me, and I'm gonna be giving my kids $24,000 in cash on Christmas Day. Again, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but it is gonna happen. I'm speaking into existence right now. But I just came here to talk because now I was sitting here thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, Alyssa, you're a teenager in 2024, almost 2025. Yes, there's a lot of crazy stuff happening in the world and a lot of stuff that's most likely gonna go wrong, but we're not gonna think about that. We're gonna think about the positive. Another thing I'm gonna change in 2025, because I'm not a negative person, but I like to prepare myself for possible outcomes by thinking about everything that can go wrong in scenarios and situations to prepare myself. But we're leaving that behind in 2024. But yeah, I was thinking, I'm like, okay, it's 2024. Do you know how many things you can do? The easy accessibility to everything. Literally everything's just a click away. And that's a good thing and a bad thing, but we're gonna focus on the positive to try and better ourselves. But it's I don't know if I'm gonna say my age, but I'm a teenager and I can do so much stuff. I don't have a job. I was blessed enough I don't have to have a job right now. I can really just do anything. That's why I'm not doing anything right now. But it's so much opportunity. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna say it right now, and I'm gonna come back. This time next year, I'm gonna be back making a video, and we're gonna see if everything that I said come true. First, I am gonna clean up my diet. And we're gonna get the basic stuff out the way first. But I'm gonna clean up my diet, just better for gut health, better for my skin, because my skin's been clearing up. Just clean up the diet. I don't really have a problem with that. I used to meal prep all the time. I don't have a problem with that. I just gotta get started doing it again. And number 2, I'm gonna start working out again. I haven't worked out in over 2 months, and I'm only 16. I said I was gonna say my age, but it doesn't even matter at this point. I haven't worked out in over 2 months, and I used to go to the gym all the time, but I just couldn't. And then November came, and November was literally the worst month all year. And then December came, and I thought it'd be better, but then that first week was absolute hell. And so yeah, I totally forgot about the gym because I was just trying to make sure I can make it to the next day. But I'm gonna start working out again. Now I get my license this Friday, or I take the test. I'm gonna pass. Again, speaking to existence, I'm gonna pass on Friday. I'm gonna get my driver's license. I can go to the gym whenever I want. My main goal is money. It's money. Now, I saw one TikTok that was a habit that she's gonna leave in 2024 is obsessing over wealth and luxury. That's a good point, because money is not everything, but it is very helpful. But I like to prepare myself. So now I'm not gonna work my butt off, because honestly, I could just get a job. I know countless people my age, even younger, who have jobs who have been had jobs are going to get jobs soon. But I don't know. I don't think I can do that because that's just not for me. Like working, people love to call you lazy, but I don't understand who wants to do that. Who wants to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of their life until they turn 60, then they retire thinking they're done, but then they realize 5 to 10 years, 15 years later that their social security didn't work out, or so emergency happened, they ran out of money, and now they're back working at Publix. Now I love Publix, I love the workers, everyone's so sweet there, I'm not hating on nobody, but the like amount of old people working at Publix is honestly pretty concerning. Like it just shocks me. And they need a stool, they can't even stand that long. I'm like, why are you working? You need to go home, spend time with your family, your kids. But that's a topic for another video. But I just can't see myself working 9 to 5. Like I literally have to get rich. I have to get rich. There's no other possible outcomes. I have to get rich, and I will be rich. So I will start saving up some money now. I don't know if this will lead somewhere. Hope it does, but if it doesn't, that's fine too. I've been thinking about starting a business. I have 3 possible ideas. I've also started thinking about, my mind is all over the place. I feel like you should slowly start to understand it as you watch the video. My mind's all over the place, but again, this could maybe lead to something. I've been thinking maybe like making like a press-on nails, like a little nail business. I don't know if I could be a full-on nail tech, but I could make a little something. And then I was thinking of writing a book. Now I'm not that very talented at anything. I don't really have any specific talents. I'm pretty just kind of like, I won't say mediocre, but I'm okay. It's mediocre and okay, the same thing. But I'm like okay at a lot of stuff, but I'm not really that like good at anything. Like I don't have anything that I really excel at. But I'd say I'm a relatively like good writer. I feel like I'm a good writer, like for real. I've always been told by other people I'm a good writer, so, but I've just always been too lazy to ever pursue going down that path. Every time I write, it's always something school related. I've never just been like, I just want to write just because. But I was thinking, and I wrote a little something in my notes. I wrote 2 ideas, and it could lead somewhere. I feel like if I really put time and focused on it, then it could get somewhere. So that's another plan or another goal for next year. And then another one is to get all 5s on my APs. I'm taking 3 APs this year, and I want to get 5 on all my AP exams. I will get 5s on all my AP exams. I don't know who needs to hear this. I need to hear it too, to be honest. But like, you don't need to sit here just worrying about, oh my gosh, this is gonna happen. I need to worry about this. I need to do this. I know I just said I have to be prepared, and there is nothing wrong with being prepared, but you don't need this anxiety and stress about the future to become your whole world, because then you're just living an anxiety-filled life, and you don't have time to enjoy the present because you're always thinking about the future. Like, you need to take time to be in the now and appreciate everything that's happening now, because there won't be a future without the present. I got that from Kung Fu Panda. I think that's what that turtle said. But it doesn't need to become everything. And then another thing is that, and this is something I feel like a lot of teenagers experience, especially when they're on social media and they're like seeing a whole bunch of people who are just rich, blowing up, and it's like, or all these like young actors. It's like, well, dang, you're like 14, you're already making like, yeah, that's true, they are making a lot of money at a young age, but not everyone can do it, because if everyone do it, then they wouldn't be special. If there wouldn't be anything cool or special about what that kid's doing. But everyone has their strengths and everyone has their weaknesses, so you need to pursue what you're good at. And as a teenager, you don't need to be stressed because this one thing did not work out for you. You're still a teenager. You have your whole life ahead of you for you to find, like, even if you think you are good at this one thing, you still have like decades ahead of you where you can discover other stuff you might be good at. So you don't need to worry about this one thing. And just, there's so much potential in your future that nobody truly knows. That's why it's so amazing. Nobody knows what's gonna happen. That's scary, but it's beautiful at the same time. Imagine the world of opportunities you have, and the world that's waiting for you to achieve that everything that you could hope for. And of course, not everyone's gonna achieve everything you hope for, but again, you have goals, and you're working towards that. You're working to make yourself a better person. You're working to have a better life. So just think about that. And I say this as someone who, again, I worry about the future a lot. I have pretty bad anxiety. That stuff keeps me up at night. But you just have to let it happen. You'll see once stuff starts happening. Because every single time something will happen, I'm like, oh my gosh, and I'll just stress like myself out like so bad. So bad. Stomach will be cramping. I feel nauseous, feel like I'm gonna throw up and start crying. I get so anxious. And then whatever I was stressing about or worried about will happen. And I'm like, that literally wasn't that bad. You just psych and stress yourself out for absolutely no reason. You will make it through everything. You can make it through anything. You will make it through anything and everything. I promise. As someone, and it's probably gonna happen again, but I always work myself up for no reason at all. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna be through it. You just have to bear with time and bear with yourself, and you will get through it. So yeah, those are my thoughts at 1 a.m. That's what's keeping me up right now. And I just gotta stick through it, because I'll go through Pinterest. I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third, and then I'll wake up in the morning and I'll be like, because I've been bedrotting and doomscrolling a lot lately, but I've kind of enjoyed it. I miss being able to just not do anything all day. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I'm gonna have to come up with a name for this eventually, but I'll see y'all tomorrow night.